My name is Christine Gatweri. I work for the Kuja Pamoja kwa Jamii, a program that works in the communities to implement the flourishing community model. The flourishing community model is a 5-stage model that helps us work with the parents that have come into groups in the communities with an intention of strengthening these families and then generating stronger communities. I'll go through the 5 stages. The first stage is where it's inclusion and reconciliation, where we bring the broken pieces of these communities together. And this is by bringing the parents or the families, representative from each family, especially those that are vulnerable, those that have been excluded from the community, and those that are hurting with different issues. So bringing them together to identify which are these issues that are affecting us, which are these issues that are affecting our families, and how can we come up with solutions to address them. So our point entry or our entry point to these communities is the child that has been rescued from the street. So using the parent of this child, together with the neighbors and friends, we form groups of 30 each, 25 to 30 members. And these groups come up with, there are people that have similar challenges or similar characteristics. And mostly these are the people that have been excluded in the community. For example, in the Meru community, when your family is broken or you have a child on the street, you're not viewed as the normal family. So mostly people will look at you as if you're a parent that don't have good parenting skills or a negligent parent. So these parents are many in the community, either with the children at the streets or with children that have dropped out of school. So at this first stage, you bring these parents together and form them into groups. That is the first stage. So after forming them into groups, we start teaching them on how they can build socio and economic resources. The social aspect is how can they bring back the aspect of value in the community, trust, love. Can they have a sense of belonging together in the groups that they formed? And how do we do this? So we have a table banking or the microfinance. And with this microfinance, we teach them on how to save the little amount that they can afford. So after they save the little amount, they again loan amongst themselves. We have the weekly loans and the long-term loans. The weekly loans that take care of the food, the small levies at school, and other small things that may occur at home, or maybe some cheap medicine for their children. But the long-term loans are for buying assets or even doing small investments. So at this stage, if I came to the group and I didn't have money, I just saved and I need to maybe buy food tonight, and I'm given some money from the group as a weekly loan to go and buy food, I'll find as if these people value me more or even they understand my problems. So when I go and solve my challenges, I know that I can trust these people and they are people that understand where I'm coming from. So these the economic aspect and the social aspect together works concurrently. And by the end of phase 2, they've built the social and economic resources. By this stage, they'll have now trusted each other more to even open up for the deeper woods that they've been suffering. So we have a curriculum we call Pathways to Flourishing. It's a 22-week curriculum that enables them to improve their mental health and psychological coping. We have activities in this curriculum that they can be able to first start to see if there are possibilities of growth amongst themselves. So this at the very first stages is building trust and seeing if they and expanding their minds or their thoughts to see that they can grow, being lateral thinkers. As we proceed through the weeks of this curriculum, they are even able to share their stressors or things that they've stressed them for long. They're able to learn about their rights and even how to come up with a group that they can be able to work with for a longer journey and even come back to solve other issues that they are hurting together. So by the first stage from coming together, building the economic and social resources, and now healing together, they're able now to, as a group, to say this is the direction that we want to. So at stage 4 is as improving the sector specific outcomes for them to say maybe we want to grow in the direction of maybe health, education of our children, or looking for water, or even other issues. So they are able as a community to divide themselves to take care of different problems that are affecting their own community. So like in most of the groups that we may have like 5 to 10 committees. A committee may be addressing water, leadership, maybe health, different issues. So, and these committees are formed by representatives from the groups of that we formed at stage 1. So at stage 4, they are able even to mingle with other groups that they have formed. And these we call the resource committees at stage 4. And for example, if a group addresses the issue of water and they've successively brought water to their community, here now they are able to trust themselves even more and know that having addressed this issue, we can even address other issues that come that are in our community. And we usually say that at this stage, it's a proven model that, for example, when you look at the sustainable development goals, there are different issues that we are addressing. But with this model, we can able to address different issues in the same community and with the same people using this approach. After now solving different issues successfully or maybe not successfully, maybe they've learned something from it, they can able to share different lessons that they've learned or even different successes that they've gone through the model. So at stage 5, we usually say it's where we identify and share the collectively produced benefits. In Sozo, we usually have a place where we bring all the communities together at times, or the leaders together, to share their successes and learn from each other. Or even when in their other communities, you may find them, the communities that are close to each other, coming together to try to share the success or even try to address a challenge that is difficult in one community. So those are the 5 stages of the flourishing community model. And by the end of these 5 stages, we usually see very strong communities that we say that are flourishing, that are dynamic, that are compassionate, that are resilient, that they can be strong even to mentor other communities. Like you will hear from our different stories from the different communities that we have.